Oh, thank you, Diana. Hi, everyone, and welcome once again to another interactive episode in our Connector Corner series. I'm Charlie Greenberg, the product marketing manager for both Integration Service and the Integration Service Connector Catalog. As you can see from the title of today's episode, we're focusing on nearly a full house, if you play poker, a full house of connectors. What's more, a near full house of multi-vendor connectors supporting CRM, internal messaging, email automation, and with generative AI text support to boot. So we're going to be sampling the versatility not only of our connector catalog, but the versatility and flexibility of the UiPath business automation platform. But as we like to do with the Connector Corner webinar series, we'll start this session by putting the spotlight on our MailChimp connector. And spotlight as well Diana Gray, our community marketing manager who supports this series. And of course, we have to recognize our demoer in chief, our product manager, who's really the star of this presentation. And we'll also want to hear from you, as Diana was saying, our audience, either through the chat box, raising your virtual hand, or just inserting yourself into the conversation is perfectly fine. And that said, it's now my pleasure to introduce Akshay Agnihotri.
Thanks a lot, Charlie. Hope everyone can hear me. Good morning, good evening, everyone, from wherever part of the world you have joined. Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure to be here. And today I have a demo which directly benefits the sales and marketing departments because MailChimp, being the marketing automation system, is one of the most prominent systems in the market for automating the email campaigns as well as providing or customizing campaigns based on the contacts, the leads, the customers, which with extraneous, effort, we sales and marketing team try to collaborate and try to collate in their systems and in their department. So the one thing which I'm going to show today, we will be discussing it. We'll be kind of integrating it with three more connectors, which is a CRM collaboration tool, which is MS Teams, and I'll also be showcasing how we can use the generative AI, which is our newest and the most popular nowadays. How we can integrate all of them, and we can send a customized campaign to every lead or every contact which you have, say, generated over the weeks or over the months. Okay. So as I said, this helps not just the sales and marketing team, but anyone who wants to have a campaign automation in place. It also helps all the semi-technical users that are unfamiliar with the APIs, because before, when integration service was in the taking its baby steps, we used to rely mostly on the RPA development. But with this, not only it will be possible for RPA developers to seamlessly do their automation, but also it opens the pathway for the business users, the non-RPA developers, to also use these activities in their day-to-day life. So the key use case, which is syncing of data between CRM and email marketing systems, is one of the most renowned campaign management use case you'll have, because a CRM is a storehouse of contacts and customers data. Email marketing is where you create your campaigns. Having a constant sync between the both systems is of prime importance, so that the person who you are interacting with, they know, or they can be educated in the right way. They can be approached in the right way. Currently, before this release, we did had MailChimp, but you would be able to only do the UI automation or the Studio Desktop automation. But with this release, MailChimp will be available on Studio Web, which is, as you might know, a more user-friendly way of doing the automations. And what we have also increased, can we go to the next slide, Charlie? What we have also improved and what we are going to support with this MailChimp connector is we finally are going to support the merge and the custom fields, which was a key feature missing in our email marketing systems. Because this will help you not only capture any kind of data which your company or your organization might be recording via, say, customer forms, but it will also help you be consistent between the CRM which we use, say Salesforce or Sugar in this demo, which we'll be using. All the custom fields, all the merge fields of that CRM can now be also added in your MailChimp, and they can be integrated in a seamless way. We also have enhanced certain activities, which I'll be demoing soon. But the key use cases which we want to target with this demo is syncing, as I already said, syncing of customer data between CRM and email marketing, creating customized campaigns using either HTML or in the demo, we'll be seeing OpenAI, sending a dry run or test email for peer review, and then scheduling or sending a campaign to all the subscribers whenever you want. The last use case, which is updating the contact detail. For example, if your lead score improves, lead scoring being one of the main use cases we have in CRM and email marketing, when it improves, we also have to have an update or a back update which is happening between CRM and email marketing. So all these use cases you can achieve now seamlessly without any issue. For the demo today, I'll be demoing the first two in front of you. Okay, then let's get into the action. Let me share my screen. So today for the demo, I have 3 workflows set up, but I'll be running 2 of them and I'll be explaining the third one. So what we are going to do is we have integrated, or we are showing the integration between a Sugar CRM, which was launched last month. This is the newest addition into the CRM family of integration service connectors. Sugar being one of the prominent vendors in the market, we will be creating a contact in Sugar, and then we'll run this automation or the trigger. In the real world, you don't have to do anything. It will automatically run and sync data into the MailChimp. Okay, so let's get started. I'll be just quickly creating a contact. I'm just going to give my name, Akshay, and my nickname, Sunny. I will also be giving my email address, which is my personal email address, because I'm going to showcase the actual campaign. And we don't need other details, but yeah, feel free in a real world, if you want to add anything else, you are always welcome to do that. The automation remains the same. So I have given my email address, my name, and all I'm going to do is just say save. This has successfully created my contact in CRM, that is Sugar. Now in real world, as I said, you don't have to do anything. It automatically runs, but for the demo, I'll be running this manually. So what the contact created trigger, which is our Sugar CRM trigger, does it captures the latest contact which got entered into your system. And then it uses an MailChimp activity, which is add subscriber. It helps you create that same contact. In this case, as I said, for the demo purpose, I'm just using email, but feel free, you can use a variety of fields, including the merge fields, capture any kind of customer data if you want. Now, as I have already, both the activities ran successfully. So I go back, and so the audience or the list which I'm using, the subscription list which I'm using for the demo is integration service star audience, because obviously our audience are the stars. They actually make the sales happen, correct? So my email address, which was sunny.akshay90@gmail.com, it should come in the email, in the subscription list, which is this, as you can see here. I'm just going to refresh because this is, after refresh, it should show 4 contacts. Yeah, so as you can see, 4 contacts, and this is my latest contact. Now, the second automation is going to schedule or say send in real time the campaign to all my contacts. Now I have 4 contacts. I have 3 emails, which are my personal email address. I'm going to show you how a single automation will be able to use and send an email campaign to all the 3 subscribers. In this case, these are all 3 emails. So the second workflow which I have for you uses the OpenAI, the generative AI, and it helps you, and it also integrates with MS Teams to inform your sales and marketing team that, hey, there's a campaign which has just been sent to all your subscribers. So for this main workflow, I'm using the same activity, the generate text activity of OpenAI, and I'm just prompting 2 things. What if the first thing is write an email subject without any salutation, because we just need the content. For marketing UiPath's integration service, we are in an integration service demo, so might well do the marketing, right? So, and the same thing, the email content, I will just change the subject to content and write an email content without any subject or salutation, just to get the matter. The next campaign, the next activity which we are using for the MailChimp is create campaign. It allows you to create a customized campaign. And as you can see, I'm passing the OpenAI output, which you can easily do now with the help of variables as it automatically comes. You can see here, I can just select that variable and that's it. I'll be getting my thing. Let me also change the name of the title so that it's a unique campaign. I'm just giving any dummy name, in this case, Akshay, because I'm the one who's sending the campaign. I don't have to give anything else for the demo. The next comes is the content of the email, which again, we have used our generative AI. So I'm using the same created campaign as a variable in the same way how we pass the output from the previous activity. And the content for this demo will be, dear subscriber, the OpenAI content which we have generated. Best regards, UiPath, that's all. So this use case can also be very well used in HTML. All I need to do is just pass the HTML, in the HTML code, I just need to pass the AI content as it is. But for the demo, and as the focus is on seeing the content, how it gets generated, I haven't used HTML, just not to complicate things. And the last activity of the day will be, for the MailChimp, will be send campaign. It just sends the campaign immediately to all the subscribers of your audience, which you have just seen here. The last, and then comes the MS Teams, because it's also important to have a peer review, or for your manager or your team to be informed that, hey, there's a campaign which just got created and just got sent to all my customers. So I'm using the send channel message, which is Microsoft Teams, which we also again have released just 1 or 2 months back. I can also send an image, but for the demo purpose, I'm just going to send a message. Campaign for so-and-so audience is sent to my team. Lastly, one of the other important cases is to check whether the campaign content has, given some results, right? Because any campaign is useless unless until you can do analytics on it. So I'll also be storing my campaign content and all in this spreadsheet. So enough of talk. Let me just run the campaign. I should be getting an email. I have opened already the 3 emails here. I should get an email right now with the content which I have generated using OpenAI. So the subject got successfully generated, the email content got generated, create campaign, set campaign, send campaign, MS Teams, the channel message has gone, and I've also got the recording. So the final output, but before showing you the final output, let me show you MS Teams notification. I have used this channel, and as you can see, campaign for the audience integration service star audience is sent. This is nothing but the notification which you will be giving to your team that, hey, there's a campaign which has been activated. The second is recording of, as I said, I'm using the write row activity of Google Sheet, and I'm just adding the details, the campaign details which we have generated here as a spreadsheet. So as you can see, 12/18 was yesterday, but I have one more entry for 12/19, as you can see here, with the content and also the subject and the audience. This helps me for analytical purpose. For example, if I want to upload this into Tableau to do some data analytics, I can very well do that also. And the final thing, which is the original campaign mail. As I told you, with this one automation, I have sent an email to all of these 3 contacts. So let me go one by one. So here is the first contact. Let me just also show the email address so that there's no confusion. AKAGN610, which is one of the contact here. And when you see the content, it looks like a very well developed email from a marketing team. So I'm talking, the subject is introducing UiPath integration service. Dear subscriber, this is a perfect tool for your business to need to stay in the competition. And our integration service allows you multiple application and systems, the connectors. So you get a very informative and also a very crisp email campaign in your system, and which will be sent to all of your contacts. So it looks as good as any normal email. Now just use HTML and you also get the images in the same email. Going to the next email, which is in this case, Akima. Again, one of the email. And when you open it, the same content. Same goes for the other one, which is this Sunny.Akshay, which we just created. Okay, this is the subscriber which we just created. Again, the same content. Now, it doesn't matter whether there are 4 subscribers, there are 100 subscribers, there are 1,000 subscribers. All of them, you can send an email campaign within minutes, as you have seen. So with this, I think I'm done with the main workflow. The last thing which I just want to show before handing it over to Charlie is, as I told you, no campaign. Every campaign is useless unless until you have a way to retrieve the data of how successful it has been. So this third workflow completes that step. So here, what we are going to do is just have a time-based trigger, maybe run it every month, first day of the week or first day of the month or whatever. And I have one more activity of MailChimp called Get Campaign Report. This allows me to not only get the campaign details, but it also allows me to see who are the subscribers who has interacted with my campaign. So in a way, we are recording the performance, whether this was a hit or maybe we'll have to customize something or change something in the campaign. So the 3 steps: adding the subscriber, syncing data, sending a customized email campaign, and finally retrieving the report of your campaign. Everything you can do within minutes. Thank you, everyone. I'll be happy to hand over to Charlie, and we can take any questions if you have. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Akshay. Much appreciated. We're going to start with a little promotion regarding the Connector Corner series, as we're have been indicating what we want to do with this particular series is to sample different connectors from the integration service connector catalog, show off the versatility, the depth and breadth of those connectors via the product manager owners. And of course, if it hasn't been clear, with the exception of the OpenAI connector, everything that Akshay has shown you within this particular demonstration is owned and managed by Akshay. So thank you again, Akshay, for all the work you're doing on these connectors. We will come back and with a special hour-long session, which is not only going to look at connectors, but it's going to look at integration service writ large, meaning we're going to talk about how to start a connection, how to use the connector catalog to pick one, manage the configurations, and then go either to Studio Desktop or Studio Web for a series of demos. And we're going to be sampling a larger selection within the Connector Corner. I'll jump in on one question here. All the connectors that you've seen today, all the connectors that you might have seen if you have gone to integration service, logged in out of Automation Cloud, are part of the license. So there's not a gentleman wanted to ask about the licensing of Microsoft Teams. It's available within the connector catalog, as are scores of other connectors. It's just a question of deciding to use it and learning more about the integration service. We also have, if you're not familiar with it, we also have a subsidiary, if you will, a subversion of Connector Corner, which exists on YouTube. And Akshay is a big participant in this one as well. This is a series of an ongoing, growing series of standalone demos that you can access. Please use the QR code for today, but you can also find a nice portal on the integration service website to go visit and see quite a wealth of different use cases represented by different connectors. So moving along, one thing we like to do for those who might have experience or who have taken an interest in a particular connector is to ask you a couple of questions, kind of turn the tables as far as the Q&A is concerned. This is regarding, of course, MailChimp, Sugar Enterprise, Microsoft Teams. And our first one, and Diana has put into the chat a Minty, as it's called, quiz link, just to ask these two questions. It's free text, if you would. The first one is, when you look at these particular connectors to the right, what would you want to see in terms of automations involving those, or what types of features might be of value? And the other one is, number two, what other CRM sales and marketing collaboration connectors do you want available in integration service? Assuming you haven't been there, or maybe you have been there and you were looking for one that's not there. That could take us into a long conversation about Connector Builder. We'll pass on that for today, even though it's a very important option. So while you're hopefully being able to answer that, for time purposes, because we like to keep we don't want radio silence here. Akshay, I want to go back to the merge fields that are going to be available. Can you review the importance of those come January?
Yeah, Charlie. So merge fields are like every email marketing system, they allow customizations for the account or for their own customers. Reason is, every customer might have their own guidelines. For example, I want maybe company A, I need to capture the IP address of my customer. For company B, I also need to understand what tools they might be using or what exposure they have to a certain product. All this data is a customized or a account specific or a company specific data. MailChimp, with the help of merge fields, allow you to capture this custom data also in the system. Till now, we just had the standard fields, which is we were not supporting the MailChimp's customization feature on our connector. But with the help of this release, you will not only be able to support or use MailChimp with all the custom data, but you will also be able to capture customer data in a more effective way, when it is, say, like it's a data sync between a CRM which you are doing. So that's the importance. It helps you customize or capture the custom data of a contact or a customer.
Important and powerful, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the Q&A officially. We're a little short on questions right now. So again, please feel free to either raise your virtual hand via Zoom, put a question in the chat box, or just start talking. We can deal with that as well, and it's kind of fun, actually. But that said, let me ask another question, Akshay. Will we be able to test, review the campaigns, schedule the main campaigns, and based on your workflows today, and say after that, after it gets reviewed by a peer or a manager?
Yes, we do have two more activities of MailChimp, which allows you to do specifically that. So the first thing is send test email. That's an activity. It just helps you to just send that campaign which you have seen to your peers first. And then if you got a good feedback from your peers or your manager, there is another activity called schedule campaign, which helps you to schedule it, say maybe after a week, if you want to schedule the same campaign. So that is possible. And we are also coming up with one more cool feature on Slack, which is Slack buttons, which we'll be showcasing in the next community webinar. It allows you to click or approve or deny anything on your Slack message channel itself. And the same functionality we also intend to implement on MS Teams. So you don't even have to go and do the approval on any other system. Just be in MS Teams, just be in Slack, and you will be able to, just with a click of button, you will be able to send the campaign.
Okay, thank you. Diana, I'm not seeing any other questions or anyone knocking at the door right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, so if anybody wants to take themselves off mute and ask a question, feel free to.
I'm taking a deep breath. I'm exhaling. All right. I'd like to thank again Diana. I'd like to thank again Akshay for this great session today. We really appreciate it. As Diana said, it's available by the link in the chat, or you can go to the community page and you'll find recently past sessions that you can view the recording. Thanks again, everybody. Hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.